Alright, today I'm going to show you guys Zork. And it says here Zork 1, the game that started it all. Well, not really. Colossal Cave Adventure started it all. But the guys at Infocom, they took text adventures and took them to a whole new level. And still to this day, Infocom, the old Infocom games, are the best text adventures there are, in my humble opinion. Now, I still call them, I called them text adventures then. I still call them text adventures now, but technically they want them to be called interactive fiction. And while I did play Colossal Cave Adventure at school on the Apple IIs in around 1984, and it was around this same time I got myself a Commodore 64. And the graphics and the sound, back in the old days of computing, back in 1984, sucked. And these games didn't rely on graphics and sound. They just had really good content, and it was all text. And this is what this was what it was like to have a computer in like 1984, and you wanted to play the best games. Now, Zork 1, 2, and 3 are completely free and legal to download. Activision bought out Infocom way long time ago, and most of the stuff it's abandonware, but it's still in a gray legal area because Activision never has officially declared it abandonware, but they have allowed Zork 1, 2, and 3 totally legal free downloads, and here's where you can get those. And when you get your Zork 1 folder and you unzip it, and you'll come, and this will be your files, and you come up to this data one, and this Zork1.dat is what you're interested in. And I'm going to I'm going to right click, and I'm going to open a terminal here. And I've got my terminal kind of themed out to look like an old Commodore 64 because, for nostalgia reasons, that's I played this game on my Commodore 64. It was one of my favorite ones back then, if not my favorite one. And one of the first things you need to do is install frotz. Frotz is a Z machine interpreter, and I've already installed that, but it's just sudo apt install frotz. You have to put your password in, and when you're putting in the password in the terminal, it don't look like anything's happening. And sudo is just short for super user do. And here it says, frotz is already the newest version. So we're going to frotz Zork1 .dat, and that'll start the game. And this is it. Zork 1, the Great Underground Empire. And we're standing west of house. And this is there's a whole bunch of what they called feelies that came with the game, and there's a really, really big game manual. But the only thing it really told you, as far as how to play the game, it told you the syntax. And it told you in Zork 1, the object of the game is to collect all 20 treasures and put them in the trophy case. And that's pretty much all you knew when you started this game up, and you're presented with this. And up here in another workspace, I've got the map. When I first started playing this game, we didn't have this map. We were on our own, and we had to draw these maps out with a pencil and paper. And west of house, and you go north from west of house, and you're north of house. But going south from north of house doesn't get you back to west of house. But if you look at the map, it makes sense. You're walking around the house. It does make sense. But you had to, when you were drawing your own map, you had to figure this stuff out. Well, I just went ahead and got the map. I've drawn it out before. And if you're new to interactive fiction, you probably should go through the experience of drawing your own map out at least once before you just to get a hang of just to become more familiar with interactive fiction. But here we are, west of house. And oh, another thing, I'm going to type verbose, because what this does is if I leave this area, the next time I come back to west of house, it'll tell me I'm west of house, but it will not get me the full description. And I want to see the full description of the room every time, personally. So, west of house. You're standing in an open field west of a white house with a boarded front door. There's a small mailbox here. And you just type in open mailbox. It's just basic English. It is more, you can put more complicated commands in there than verb noun, but that's basically it. Opening a small mailbox reveals a leaflet. Read leaflet. Welcome to Zork. Zork is a game of adventure, danger, and low cunning. In it, you will explore some of the most amazing territory ever seen by mortals. No computer should be without one. And, back in the early 80s, everybody had this game. If you had a computer, you played Zork back in the early 80s. That's just all there was to it. And I really like it. So let's go east and try to go into the house. And I'm just shorting these commands. Walk east is totally, it's a totally viable command, but there are shortcuts. So instead of walk north and blah, 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 I'm just going to use the shortcuts. UN takes us north. And now there's north of house. And there's a path to the north. Okay, let's go north again. And we're in a, so we've gone north from north of house. There's no doors or windows there, and there's a narrow path through the trees. And this is a path winding through a dimly lit forest. The path leads north-south here. One particularly large tree with some low branches dead at the edge of the path. Oh, hell, let's try to climb that tree. Blammo, you are 10 foot above the ground, nestled along some large branches. The nearest branch above you is above your reach. Beside you on the branch is a small bird's nest. In the bird's nest is a large egg encrusted with precious jewels, apparently scavenged by a childless songbird. The egg is covered with fine gold inlay and ornamented in lapis lazuli and mother of pearl. Unlike most eggs, this one is hinged and closed with a delicate-looking clasp. The egg appears extremely fragile. Now, there's a lot of puzzles to figure out in this game, and how to open this egg is one of them. Get egg. Take egg also works. And let's see if we can open it. Open egg. And you have neither the tools nor the expertise. Well, for me, how to get this egg open was one of the hardest puzzles in this game. And this is the only hint you're going to get on how to open this egg. Now, there are ways to open that you can get it open. You can try to pry. I can't remember. But if you manage to get it open, you will break it and what's inside of it. And so you can't do that. And so I'm not going to try to open the egg. I'm just going to go down the tree. I'm going to continue north along this path. And blah, 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 blah. On the ground is a pile of leaves. Well, let's see move leaves. And there's a grating revealed. Open grating. The grating is locked. Okay, so we can't do anything there. So let's head south. And if I had not had verbose, if I had not typed in verbose at the beginning, it would have just told me forest path, and it would not have given me this full description here another time. I'm going to go south again. We're now north of house. Let's go east. Now we are behind the White House. A path leads into the forest to the east. In one corner of the house, there is a small window, which is slightly ajar. Ah ha ha ha, open window. With great effort, you open the window far enough to allow entry. So now we're going to break into the house. Yeehaw. Bloom, go west into the house because the window's open now. I'll show you. And here's the map. So it's showing, here we are behind house, and it's showing a dotted line going to the kitchen because you can't. You got to open the window first. The passage leads to the west, and a dark staircase can be seen leading upward. A dark chimney leads down, and to the east is a small window which is open. On the table is an elongated brown sack smelling of hot peppers. A bottle is sitting on the table. The glass bottle contains a quantity of water. Okay. Let's go west again. And we are in the living room. Hey, there's the trophy case. There's a doorway to the east, a wooden door with strange Gothic lettering to the west, which appears to be nailed shut. Trophy case, large oriental rug in the center of the room. And we have an elvish sword and a brass lantern, battery powered. Now this is, the fact that this lantern is battery powered is important. Because the batteries will, as you use that lantern, the batteries run down. And so it gives you kind of a time limit on the game. But not only that, you need to find another light source so you don't have to rely on these batteries all the time. But you don't find that out until you play the game long enough where your lantern starts going down. So I'm going to get sword, comma, lantern, and to put that comma in there, this is going to take up 2 turns, but it's the same as typing get sword, enter, get lantern, enter. And I have these now. Let's go back to the kitchen, and we're going to go up into the attic now. You have moved into a dark place. It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue. Huh? What is a grue? The grue is a sinister, lurking presence in the dark places of the earth. Its favorite diet is adventurers, but its insatiable appetite is tempered by its fear of light. No grue has ever been seen by the light of day, and few have survived its fearsome jaws to tell the tale. So, we've just learned that if we're in a dark place for too long, we're going to die. So, light lantern. And we see, we're in the attic, stairway leading down, a nasty knife, and a large coil of rope. I'm going to get the rope because one of the first things I'm going to do is get a different light source. Go back down, go back into the living room, and examine rug. Nothing special about the rug. Get rug. It's too heavy and cannot be carried. Let's try, I'm not sure this works, but I'm going to try it. Drag rug. Don't know the word drag. Okay. Move rug. Ooh, closed trap door. Open door. Ah. And see, now we got to put some adjectives in there, tell it which door. Open trap door. And we got a rickety staircase descending into darkness. Let's go down. Blammo, the trap door crashes shut and you hear someone barring it. You are in a dark, damp cellar with a narrow passageway leading north, a crawlway to the south. On the west is the bottom of a steep metal ramp which is unclimbable, and your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow. And I'm going to save the game here because we're going to go fight the troll. And I'm going to check this map out here. I haven't played this in a while. Go back down here. We're in the cellar, so we want to go north to get to the troll room. Let's go back to north. Blammo. This is a small room with passages to the east and west, and a forbidding hole leading west. Bloodstains and deep scratches, perhaps made by an axe, mar the walls. A nasty-looking troll. Brandishing a bloody axe blocks all passages out of the room. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. Just type in, hit troll with sword. And we'll have a melee round. Oh, the haft of your sword knocks out the troll. Let's do it. I'm going to type G. G is short for again. And so it's the same as retyping hit troll with sword. And, he's knocked out, which usually doesn't happen. The unarmed troll cannot defend himself. He dies. As soon as the troll breathes his last breath, a cloud of sinister black fog envelopes him. And when the fog lifts, the carcass has disappeared. Your sword is no longer glowing. So basically, when you come in here, you're stuck in this room till the troll gets you. And we're gonna go get some supplemental lighting. So from the troll room, we want to go east, east again, and then southeast, and we'll go from there. I figured out from there. So east, east-west passage. Narrow stairway. We're going to want to go east again, and we're in the round room. We're going to go southeast. And normally you'd play this game for a couple days just mapping it out, or just like wandering around and figuring all this stuff out. But I'm pretty familiar with this game. I'm probably more familiar with this game than I should be. Examine engravings. Whoops. Okay, that works. The engravings were incised in the living rock of the cave wall by an unknown hand. They depict in symbolic form the beliefs of the ancient Zorkers, skillfully interwoven with the bas reliefs are experts illustrating the major religious tenets of that time. So there's just the descriptions of they're witty. It's a pretty witty thing here. So we're going to go east now, and we're in the dome room. You're at the periphery of a large dome which forms the ceiling of another room below. Protecting you from a precipitous drop is a wooden railing which circles the dome. Tie rope to railing. Oops, I misspelled. Try that again. Actually, we are in a terminal, so we can just do that. Press the up key to retype that and just fix that there. Alright. The rope drops over the side and comes within 10 feet of the floor. Let's go down. And we're in the torch room, which is just a large room, prominent doorway leading to a down staircase. Above you is a large dome. Up around the edge of the dome is a wooden railing. In the center of the room sits a white marble pedestal. A piece of ropes descends from the railing above, ending some 5 feet above your head. Sitting on the pedestal is a flaming torch made of ivory. So, turn off lantern. Get torch. Alright, so now we have a light source, so that we don't need to run the batteries of our lantern down. And let's go down the staircase. I mean, we can't go back up because we can't reach the rope no more. And we're in the temple now. On the east wall is an ancient inscription. The west wall is solid granite. There's marble pillars and a brass bell here. Okay. Examine inscription. Prayer is inscribed in ancient script, rarely used today. Seems to be phylacteric against small insects, absent-mindedness, and the picking up and dropping of small objects. The final verse consigns trespassers to the land of the dead. All evidence indicates that the beliefs of the ancient Zorkers were obscure. Well, most of these puzzles And this is just one way. I'm gonna get the egg to the thief right now. And most of these puzzles, there's more than one way to solve them. And there's more than one way to get to the thieves' den. But this, there's a lot of places where they say granite wall that are not granite walls. And you just have to play the game and you'll figure this out. So we're in the temple. And if we type treasure here, we'll be transported to the treasure room. And here's the thief. Give egg to thief. Blammo. And now let's get the heck out of here. Let's go back to the temple. And blammo. So we've got the egg given to the thief. So the next time we go to the thieves' den, the egg will be open for us. And that's the only clue you get, really, as earlier. It's like you have neither the tools nor the expertise, and you have to figure out to get that egg to the thief and steal it back from him later. So there we go. And this is the north end of a large temple. I'm going to continue south. I'm not going to worry about the other stuff here. Now we need these candles, and we need this black book, and we need that bell back in the room that we just came from. But we also need matches. And so I'm going to leave this altar alone, because I've grabbed the candles before and I have forgotten to blow them out. And as long as those candles are on that altar, they are ever burning candles that will last forever. As soon as you take those candles off that altar, they start to burn away. And I've went and got the matches and then come back to get the candles and the book, and the candles are gone because I went ahead and I didn't leave them up on the altar, and I went and messed around. So, and now you can't win the game. Which is, if you look at the difficulty level on this game, it shows it as being brutal. And the reason they show it as being brutal is there's so many easy ways to make it so that the game is not winnable. But none of the puzzles are really that hard. This how to open this egg puzzle is about the hardest one. And in one corner is a small hole in the floor which leads to darkness. So now I'm going to go. I've gotten rid of the egg. Whoops, down. I've gotten rid of the egg. And I've got another light source. I've got the egg to the thief. I've got another light source. Uh-oh. Oh. Entrance is west and north. I think we want to go north from this cave. Let's look at the map. Because we are in the temple. Okay, so we want to go north to the mirror room. So we're not ready to go to Hades yet. So we want to go north. North again, and north again to the round room. So let's do that. North. North again. And now we're in the round room. And how do we get to the dam from here? Let's see the best way. We can go north. Let's go. Okay, we're in the round. We're going to go north, northeast, east is what we're going to do. All right. North, northeast, deep canyon. Passages lead off to the east, northwest, and southwest. Let's start with the east down, blah, blah, blah. East. Dam. You are standing at the top of flood-controlled dam number 3, which was quite a tourist attraction in times far distance. You're past the north, south, and west, and are scrambled down. The sluice gates on the dam are closed. Behind the dam can be seen a wide reservoir of water is pouring up over the top of the now abandoned dams. There's a control panel here on which a large metal bolt is mounted. Directly above the bolt is a small green plastic bubble. Let's go north. I think that's where we want. Okay, dam lobby. That is where we wanted to go. And the There's a matchbook whose cover says, Visit Beautiful Flood Control Dam Number 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and save again, because I haven't played this in a while. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the door, or open up the gates of the dam, before I grab this matchbook and continue on. So, we can go either north or east, and it doesn't matter. Both of these take you to the same place, maintenance room. This appears to have been the maintenance room for flood control dam number 3. On the wall in front of you is a group of buttons, colored blue, yellow, brown, and red. There are doorways to the west and south. Well, let's see here. Let's try pushing buttons. Push blue button. Oh no! There's a rumbling sound and a stream of water appears to burst from the east wall of the room. Apparently a leak has occurred in a pipe. The water level here is now up to your ankles. Now you're stuck in this room. You can't just go south and get out of here. Oh wait, you can. I remember being stuck in that room. But anyway, get tube. Get tube. Oh no! What? What is my condition? Oh wow, that thief got me good. When I went and gave him the well, we don't need. Oh boy, drop leaflet. Get tube. Arrgh, what do I got to drop? Get tube. Oh boy, examine tube. I think I see. Open tube. I might have lost it. Fix leak with gunk. Does that work? I don't think I have to type out viscous material. Blammo. Okay, so I almost died. By some miracle of Zorkian technology, you have managed to stop the leak in the dam. So that's good. Now let's look here again. L is short for look. Drop tube. Get sword. Shoot, I might actually have to leave this sword here, but I'm going to save again, because push yellow button, click. All right. South. Ooh, the green bubble's glowing. All right, so that's what we want to Let's go back north. Let's see if we can get the wrench. Taken. South. Turn bolt with wrench. The sluice gates open and water pours through the dam. All right. Now let's go north here again. I'm going to go ahead and drop the wrench. I don't need it. No more. And that was that the yellow button? It was just a click. All right, so just because, I'm going to push the brown button. Click, push red button. The lights within the room come on. Okay, I was thinking one of these buttons electrocuted you, but it doesn't, but I couldn't remember. So, now we're going to go south, back to the lobby, and we're going to get matchbook. Ha 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 ha. All right. Check our map. We want to get back to the temple. Where are we at, actually? So we're in the lobby. We're going to go south, 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 southwest, south. Start with south. Uh-oh. A robber rummaging through his bag dropped a few items he found valueless. This is bad. Let's get out of here. Get away from this guy. Inventory. Did he take anything? We still have a sword, a torch, and a plat. Okay, we have everything we need. So we got lucky. A lot of times, when you see this robber, that's the thief we gave the egg to. He robs you. And depending upon what he robs you of, it could make it real hard to get through this game. Usually it's not a no big deal. Usually it's not a big deal. You just go to the thieves' den and kill them and get your shit back. Which is another cool thing about this game. The troll and the thief are the only two times you kill anything in this game. And the rest of it is just using your head and figuring stuff out. I want to go southwest here, I believe. And south, and it takes us back to the round room. Now once we're in the round room, we want to go southeast. Alright. Get back to the dome room. Southeast. East. Down. South. Get bell. South. Read book. And, O ye who go about saying unto each, Hello, sailor, dost thou know the magnitude of thy sin before the gods? Blah, blah, blah. I'll leave it to you if you play this game to read most of this feely stuff. And so we got the book, get candles. Oh boy. I don't need the sword anymore because I do need it as to put in the treasure case later on. And you have to. This is another thing you cannot kill the thief with the sword. He's much too fast for that. For the thief, you got to go get the nasty knife. So at some point, we're gonna have to figure out how to get back up to the surface also. But so I have the bell, I have the book. I still need the candles. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the sword. And if we diagnose, because that thief got a really good hit on us when we were giving him. So I'm almost cured. Alright. You know what? I'm just going to wait that one turn. And get candles. So I should be healed now. Alright. Inventory. I've got the book. Okay. Down. I'm going to go ahead and open Matchbook before I go down there. And I'm going to save just in case I do this wrong. So let's go down. Entrance to Hades. You are outside a large gateway on which is inscribed, Abandon every hope, all ye who enter here. The gate is open. Through it you see a desolation with a pile of mangled bodies in one corner. Thousands of voices lamenting some hideous fate can be heard. Your way through the gate is barred by evil spirits who jeer at your attempts to pass. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. Now you have to do this stuff in the right order, and I think it's ring bell first. The bell suddenly becomes red hot and falls to the ground. The wraiths, as if paralyzed, stop their jeering and slowly turn to face you. On their ashen faces, the expression of a long-forgotten terror takes shape. In your confusion, the candles drop to the ground, and they are out. Oh no, get candles. And you only have so many turns to do this. You can't mess around. You'll run out of time. Light match. Light candles. With match. The candles are lit. The flames flicker wildly and appear to dance. The earth beneath your feet trembles, and your legs nearly buckle beneath you. The spirits cower at your unearthly power. The match has gone out. So we've rang the bell. We've got the candles lit. Read book. And blammo. Each word of the prayer reverberates through the hall in a deafening confusion. As the last word fades, a voice, loud and commanding, speaks. Begone, fiends! A heart-stopping scream fills the cavern, and the spirits, sensing a greater power, flee through the walls. Your sword is no longer glowing. Alright, so we've dispelled the demons at the entrance to Hades, and so we just got to go south to get the crystal skull. Let's go south. Get skull. And alrighty. North. Up. We got the skull. Oh, we got to come back and get the bell at some point. I'm going to have to remember it's here. Or I can just wait. You know what? Let's just wait. Z. 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 Get bell. No, it's still hot. Okay, let's Z a couple more times. Oh, the bell appears to have cooled down. Get bell. So we wait for the bell to cool down, because that's a treasure. Oh, inventory. Reading the matchbook's pretty funny, too. Alright, forget it. I'm just going to get out of here. Come back and get the bell later. North. North. Narrow passage. Go north again. Back to the round room. West. West. And we're going to inch. We're here at the troll room. Alright. Now we're going to use this map for the maze. And I'll tell you, I have mapped this maze a couple times. And when I map this maze, it doesn't look anything like this. But we go west to get into the maze. West again takes us here. West, west, up. Okay, so let's do that first. West, 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 up. West takes us in there. West, west, up. And the only way you can really map this maze is you have to have a whole bunch of items in your inventory, and every time you move somewhere, you drop something. And so now you have identified this maze of twisty little passages has this object in it. And eventually you can get this thing mapped out. And for our purposes right now, we just want the key. Get key. Load is too heavy. Okay, I gotta drop something. I'm going to drop candles for now. They've served their purpose. See if we can get the key. Alright. Alright, so now, back to the map. We're here. We want to go to the grading room. So we need to go southwest. It gets us here. Southwest, up gets us to here, and down gets us to here. So let's see. Southwest, up, down, and then northwest. So let's do that. Southwest, up, down, northwest. Uh-oh. Oops. I was supposed to go northeast. What have I done? I was here and I went northwest instead of northeast. So that took me here to maze 13. So now I got to go south and up to get back there. Alright. South, up. Now, don't make a mistake, northeast. Grading room. You are in a small room near the maze. There are twisty passages in the immediate vicinity. Above you is a grating locked with a skull and crossbones lock. If we had not moved those leaves, I'm pretty sure we don't see this. See if we can open it from down here. Of course, that's why I grabbed the key. No. Unlock. Grating with key. And now we can go up out of here. And that does open grating. And that does something else for us. Up, south, south. We're north of the house, go east of the house, go back west. Go back into the living room. Open trophy case. Open case probably works. Let's check our inventory here. Put skull. I'm going to do this one at a time in case because I'm going to look at my score. And my score right now is 94. Put skull in case. And my score went up, so that was a treasure. Put book in case. My score didn't go up. But that's okay. A book can live there. I don't need it anymore. Put key in case. Yeah. Is there any... Put matchbook in case. Because these things I don't need anymore. Inventory. Sword, a torch providing light, and a blast lantern. Okay. Now I'm going to go back down to the dungeon. I'm going to hope that the thieves open that egg. So I'm going to get ready to get him out of the way. So I'm going to go back to the... I'm going to go back to the kitchen. Nope. I'm going to go back to the kitchen. Up to the attic and get nasty knife. Get knife. Go back down. Back in the living room. Now, here's another thing. You know, the first time we went down that trap door, it closed behind us. Well, we've got another entrance to the dungeon open now. So now, we go down, and the cellar door doesn't crash shut on us anymore. Go right back up there. And so that's a good introduction to how to play Zork. I'm going to go ahead and save it here. If anyone would like to see me continue on with this, leave a message in the comments. I'll go ahead and I'll do a whole playthrough. But I just wanted to give you guys what it was like to play computer games in the early 80s. And I still play these interactive fiction games. I just started, I didn't play Starcross back in the 80s. So a couple days ago, I started Starcross. And I like these games still today. And like I said, I just wanted to show you how the gameplay works. Let's go ahead and quit. It gives a score of 104 and 184 moves out of a total possible 350 points. This gives you rank of Junior Adventurer. Do you wish to leave the game? Yes. Hit any key to exit. So that's an intro. That's the intro to Zork with my terminal themed out to look like my old Commodore 64. And like I said, if someone wants to see a full playthrough, I'll continue this Zork series, but I think that's good enough for one video. You can see kind of how to play the game, and hopefully some of you guys will go ahead and play this game. It's a lot of fun. All right, whoopsie, get out of here.